Hi, my name is Yasmin. I'm a social advertising specialist at Sunny Digital, a digital advertising agency based on the Sunshine Coast, and today I'll be taking you through organic content. So there are 3 things to remember when posting organic content. The first is brand, the second is types of content, and the third is interact. Establishing your brand on your organic socials is extremely important. Your followers should be able to see a post and immediately identify that it's from you, even without looking at the handle. Here are 4 ways to help establish your brand identity. The first is an easy to remember username. If your username doesn't have anything to do with your brand, or it's really long, got a lot of numbers in it or anything like that, it's going to be really hard for your followers to encourage other people to follow you. Number 2 is mention brand name in content. So that's both on the image and in your copy, not in a salesy way, but just saying something like, at Sunny Digital, we love this, or something similar to that, mentioning the brand as a whole. Number 3 is include the logo in your content. This could just be a tiny little logo at the top corner of your creative, just to kind of keep that awareness there. If no one reads your copy, if they don't see your brand up the top in your handle, then they'll still be able to see your brand in the content. And number 4 is keep a cohesiveness across all posts and copy in creative. So we want the same tone and the same style across everything. Now, types of content. When it comes to content, it's important to keep an 80-20 split. The average user on Facebook is subjected to over 1,500 stories a day and 300 posts. To remain top of mind with your followers, it's suggested that 80% of your content should be useful and helpful to bring in new followers and build trust, whilst 20% is promoting your brand or products. Another important content strategy is to include evergreen content. This is content that doesn't have an expiration date and will still make sense to someone who's scrolling through your page 3 months down the line. I wouldn't suggest posting everything as evergreen. Things still need to be relevant at the time of posting. However, keeping a good mixture of evergreen content in your posts is always a good idea. Now, next is our types of content. So there are lots of types of content that you can use on most platforms in social media. So first is carousel. It's where you have multiple different images, whether they align into one long image or are separated into multiple small images. It's a good way to get your story across with just a couple of images. Second is video. Again, very self-explanatory, just putting up a video to keep your audience engaged. Third is stories. This can be video or static. I would recommend static as it does move more cohesively in the platform. Statics, just normal statics in your feed. These ones are always important. It's good to have a nice eye-catching creative when doing this. And third is GIFs. Now, GIFs tend to show up like videos, but they replay constantly. So if you do have a really short video that you'd like to have as a GIF and you post it and it's less than 15 seconds, it will just keep replaying. Now, the one thing to keep in mind when posting organic content or any type of content is the specs. So most platforms have similar specs. Facebook and Instagram share the same with square and vertical. Pinterest is similar with a 1000 by 1500, keeping that vertical there. And LinkedIn is square or horizontal. These are the recommended specs for each location. And most importantly, interact. People respond to people. So stay in tune with your audience and give them a reason to trust you. One of the most important things when it comes to organic content is to interact. If you engage with people and reply to their comments, you're going to build a great reputation, and reputation spreads. Thank you for listening.